What's up, guys, and welcome back to Beyond the Void Horror Podcast. My name is Alex, and today we're going to be doing my entire September haul for horror movies, cheap movie deals, new movies that came out, and ones I just needed to get. So, without further ado, So lately, we've been kind of on a spree of buying a lot of movies in this house. Christina and I go wild sometimes. We do some of our Dollar Tree hauls as well, which have been really successful. But I like just talking about movies in general, and that's why I do these hauls. So it's not some sort of jerk fest with how many movies I got. It's honestly a fucking problem. But I just love it because it's like all these little nostalgic memories or new ones that I want to experience. I'm a junkie. And most of you out there who are watching like to see surprises and stuff too. So that's why I do this. So without further ado, we got the new Halloween movie, which we did a whole entire episode on this. I wasn't the greatest fan, but I still appreciated it. I still enjoyed it. I just felt like it kind of borrowed from the whole franchise and stuff. Like it wanted to cut out part 2 on and then borrow from all the different things in the franchise, which kind of bother me. But I'm a completionist and I didn't hate the movie. So I picked it up finally for like $10 at Best Buy. So yeah, $10. I was like, that's the right price. I'm in. So we're probably going to watch this soon just for fun. I don't know if we'll go down the entire franchise hole, but up next, Child's Play. Speaking of divisive movies that make you either love or hate it, Child's Play, the reboot, just came out this past week. I had to pick it up. I actually really did enjoy it. We did an entire review on that as well for the podcast. I am a fan of the Child's Play series. We actually, on the podcast, did a whole, went through the whole thing. And you know, I found that I really enjoyed the whole franchise again. There are some really spotty moments, that's for sure. But when I first heard the news of this one coming out, I was like, what? A reboot? Robots? What? I understand. But when I watched this movie, I was fucking blown away by how funny it was. And it's kind of in that so bad it's good kind of vibe. Plus, it's kind of creepy, and hearing Mark Hamill's voice, I was like, fuck yeah, dude. It's actually kind of cool. But some people are definitely vehemently against this movie. I'm not one of them. I just like the ride. I always have the originals if I want to go back to it. And that's pretty much how I feel about remakes in general. I may not like it as much as the original, redo their copyrights and trademarks and things again anyway. So it's their thing. It doesn't ruin it for me. Although if someone remakes Videodrome, I'll fucking murder somebody.
Get the Videodrome! Long live the new flesh!
Up next, we got another one from Best Buy. This is $5. They had it up by the front by the register. This is Machete, which I already own. I have a copy of this. I didn't buy this for me. I actually bought it for our giveaways. As most of you have tuned in for these hauls that we do giveaways. This is going to be in one of them. I can't say which one, but we have a whole pile of movies that we give out every month for those of you who sign up to our VIP club at longlivethevoid.com. I'll put a link down below if you're interested, but I like this movie. I wasn't a fan of the sequel. Figured, hey, I like it, so why not give it to somebody that might like it too? Up next, we got The Towering Inferno. This is around the time they were doing all these disaster movies like The Poseidon Adventure, Towering Inferno, and I kind of like these. I don't know what it is about watching disaster movies, but I've always been kind of a fan. Some people call it disaster porn. And, I mean, I don't get off, but I enjoy them. But we found this at Best Buy for $5, and I thought I'd pick it up. If you haven't seen it, it's pretty awesome. I haven't watched it in a long time, so this is something I'll be looking forward to watching. So up next, Hell fucking yeah. So I just watched this movie. This was a movie that was given to me by Patrick Lemke. He is one of the people that always donates movies for me to watch and review, although some of the movies that he's given aren't horror, so I haven't done them on the podcast. Been thinking about doing like a side podcast just so that I can actually review those movies because I appreciate it so much. But yeah, he gave me this movie. It's the Dario Argento and Lucio Fulci movie that was done in 97, about a year after Lucio Fulci passed away. We, this week, literally have an entire episode dedicated to it. So if you're interested, there's some seriously interesting like trivia and behind the scenes stuff that you might really enjoy. It's out on Severin now. Thank you so much, Plemke, for this. I really appreciate it. It was a big surprise to me. So up next, we got the Psycho Complete 4-movie collection. This actually has all the original Psycho movies, which I'll be honest, I haven't watched in a long time. Obviously, the first one is a classic. You can't go wrong with that. I need to watch these again at some point in time. Probably do like an episode on it. I don't know when we'll do that, but yeah, it gives you basically 4 complete discs. It does not include the remake, the reboot. I haven't seen that one in a long time either, so I can't say, but a lot of people hate it. I don't remember it being that bad. I just remember it not having the same air as something as this, but it's hard to match a classic. So, but yeah, I picked this up for $12. I think we got it on Amazon. Tip for you guys out there, if you're ever looking to get deals from Amazon, you can always go to blu-ray.com. They always have a list of like what deals are on sale for movies. Sometimes you find some good stuff in there. Up next, 4K transfer of Pet Sematary. Now, I didn't see this at the time, but it's got a little bit of a nick. Whatever. I am not the hugest fan of this movie. I like it. Fred Gwynn's performance in it is just awesome. We got this for like, I think $10 at Walmart. So we couldn't pass it up. I mean, we don't even have a 4K TV yet, but I'm trying to plan for the future. That's the original one. Up next, classic Evil Dead 2. Just came out not too long ago, I don't think. I don't remember, honestly. But it's the 4K Ultra HD version of it. And it includes the Blu-ray and the 4K transfer with separate commentaries and things on each of the discs. So it's kind of a nice thing to have. I already have a Blu-ray, but I'll keep them both anyway, just because if you've ever followed Evil Dead or Evil Dead 2 and all the transfers, they've always had different commentaries on each of them, and some of them are really great. Some of them are, I mean, all of them have been pretty great to me. I used to have the Laserdisc, the blood red edition of Evil Dead 2, and I had to sell it during some hard times. That has a really good commentary on it, and I don't remember if it's on anywhere else, but if one of you guys knows about the blood red edition and if it's got the same commentary somewhere else, let me know. Up next, so finally got the Amityville Horror Trilogy, which I just love. Supernatural stuff. Me and my girlfriend always watch these kind of movies, regardless of what it is. We're just really into that kind of thing. But this it's the Scream Factory, and it has all 3 movies in it. So it's got the first one, the second one, and the third one, which we're actually, me and Rebecca Reinhardt, not quite Final Girl. If you ever follow her YouTube, you should check her out. She's really cool. She does a lot of interviews and stuff. Plus, she's in the Mic of Madness podcast. She's coming on, and we're doing all 3 of these. So this will be out on Monday of next week. We'll be talking about it. So if you're interested about it, sound off in the comments below. Let me know if you're a fan of these movies. They go a lot further. Oh, and I picked those up for like, I think we got them for like $22. Up next, I got Children of the Corn 2 and 3. The Final Sacrifice and Urban Harvest. This was on sale for $2 at our record exchange. It's Zia. I had to pick it up. I was like, ah, man. And then as I was like searching through it, I found this one, the 4th one. So I got the first one on Blu-ray. I got the second and the third here on DVD. I also got this one, which was, I believe, the same $2, The Gathering, Children of the Corn 4. And I found Children of the Corn 5 in here, too. Fields of Terror, right here in the bottom corner. Comes with Halloween H2O, I think. Yep. Hellraiser Inferno, and Dracula 2, The Ascension. I really didn't care about those. I mean, I own them, but except for the Dracula, but wanted to get it for the Children of the Corn. I'm going to go down the hole. some point in the future. If you guys would like to see us do a review of those in the future, let us know in the comment section down below. Maybe I'll push it up on our list. But yeah, so all three of these, $2 a piece. Not bad.
Oh, 65.
Up next, I had ordered some movies right at the cusp of September, and they just came in yesterday. So technically this is October, but I just really wanted to talk about it. Obviously, Lost Highway. If it's not a horror movie, although it has some horror-ish themed things in it, but it's a David Lynch film. If you've ever seen this movie, you may be a fan, you may not be a fan, but personally, it was one of the very first films that I saw by David Lynch, and my friends in Florida were like, hey, we gotta go see this. They walked out of the theater halfway through the movie and said, fuck this shit, I'm out. And I was like, God damn, dude. Like, I was so into this movie. It's a fucking trip, guys. If you've never seen it, it's really weird. I personally think it's about good and evil in all of us, but who knows? It's David Lynch. He's a little bit different than most directors or writers. It has not come to Blu-ray for a long time. Just some time ago, it came out on Blu-ray. I had to pick it up. Up next, boom, the Omen Collection. Now, for those of you who've watched a lot of my haul videos, you may have already seen this in one of them, and that's because I bought another copy. So I got a copy for $10, and I have another edition that I bought for $10. I'm going to be giving away my other copy. Sign up for the BTV VIP club down below. I haven't seen these movies in such a long time. I am a fan of, obviously, the first one. Me and Christina always make jokes about,
it's all for you.
it's all for you, Damien. So the first one is just a classic. The second one got a little weird, I remember. And the third one, I don't remember much at all. And then they have the reboot, don't remember too much about it either. But I'm a fan of the supernatural in any facet, so I had to pick this up. We'll be giving away one. Up next, Strange Behavior. This is also known as Dead Kids. I picked this up at Zia for $1. It says $10 here, but it was in the dollar bin. I can't remember too much about it. I'll try to read it for you. It's quiet, peaceful town where nothing ever happens until a brutal serial killer begins a terrifying campaign targeting local teens. As fear mounts, law enforcement officer John Brady, when he finds his son unwittingly become involved in the experiments. Strange Behavior, aka Dead Kids. It's got a fuck ton of fucking special features for $1. I was like, hell yeah. I don't remember anything about this movie. I think I might have watched it back in the day on like Cinemax or something like that. $1. Up next, since we're on the David Lynch tip, I fucking love this movie. If you've not seen this movie, it is a romance movie, actually, but done in the way that only David Lynch could make a fucking romance movie, which is seriously fucked up, funny. Some of the characters are crazy. They make comparisons to The Wizard of Oz throughout the whole fucking film. And of course, Nicolas Cage, who is freaking out and acting weird. Probably one of my favorite roles that he's ever done, honestly. It is debatable if you're a Nicolas Cage fan, but still, for me personally, this is just one of those movies that I can watch over and over and over again. It's artistic, it's stylish, it's weird. It's got a fucking creepy ass Willem Dafoe. And of course, Nicolas Cage's signature jacket.
Did I ever tell you that this here jacket represents a symbol of my individuality and my belief in personal freedom?
About 50,000 times.
Dude, some of the moments in this movie are fucking crazy. It makes you feel uncomfortable. It makes you laugh. It is something else, man. And it's got Laura Dern from fucking Jurassic Park in it. She plays like the Southern girl, a Southern belle or something. I really love this movie. I'm so glad it finally came to Blu-ray. Shout Factory actually put this out as one of their collector's editions. Shout Select series here, as you can see. But yeah, highly recommend this movie. I can't talk this shit up enough. I'll stop now. Watch it. Up next, some of you who've been following the podcast already know we covered The Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpses. to prepare for the 3 from Hell movie, which we also did a review on. If you want to check back in some of the YouTube videos, you can kind of follow along. I had not purchased this movie, and I wanted to get a Blu-ray copy, but we can only find the DVD. It has a fuck ton of fucking extras in it that are not included on, yes, the Blu-rays. So I will be keeping this copy for myself, as well as I kept a copy of the Blu-rays. I bought 3, but we have 2 here that we're going to be giving away. These were $5 a piece at Best Buy. I think we got this one for like $11 at Zia Record Exchange. But yeah, we got 2 copies here, Devil's Rejects. Rest in peace, Sid Haig. If you're a fan and you want to relive that, sign up for the BTV VIP Club. You might get one in the future. There's 2 copies to give away. They were $5 a piece at Best Buy if you want to get one before that. Hope you guys win. Up next, I've got the movie Live Scream. This was a gift from my buddy John Hale, who is a director and writer, and he did a short film called The Conduit, which we'll be getting some of those soon too to give away as well, so keep an eye out for that. I did some music on that, not the score, but I did like a couple of tracks that I wrote for my band called Subgnostic, which hasn't really been pushed out. It's just kind of where I put my extra stuff that isn't Black Ops. So keep an eye out for that. We'll probably have the track up for sale. But long story short, John had seen this movie called Live Scream by Michelle Lanatuono. Can't get the name right. I apologize. But this movie, it's actually pretty cool. I enjoyed it. It's what I think of when filmmakers have to get crafty and they don't exactly have the biggest budget. You get crafty, and those ones usually are somewhat of a high concept piece. The acting in this one was a little different than you might expect from like a mainstream movie. But again, the real thing that's really cool about this is the idea and the concept behind it and like how it all plays out. And I really did enjoy this film. John, thank you so much for giving this to me. I appreciate it. So I think she'll be doing a lot more cool stuff in the future. So if you want to get a copy, I will put a link down to her Etsy account so you can check it out. Essentially, this is about a kid who is live streaming as like on a gaming platform like Twitch or YouTube or whatever. And he's playing games. And while he's playing it, he starts this game that causes some real problems, and that's all I'll say about it. Pretty cool fucking flick. If you want to pick it up or check it out, you can do so below. Up next, last movie, we got Nothing. And that's it. No, so, if you guys have ever seen the Cube movie, and you're a fan of that, the same director who did this movie, Vincenzo Natali, he's done a lot of different stuff, actually, but he's always been known for the Cube movies. He did this shortly after. It's a movie called Nothing, and it's about 2 guys, the 2 of the stars from Cube, by the way, David Hewlett and Andrew Miller. But it's about these 2 guys that just literally hate everyone and everything. They're downtrodden. They've never been accepted in real life. One of them's a little bit more popular than the other, and the other one's got like some like agoraphobia, and they just end up in the worst situation possible. They literally hate life so much that they actually wish away the world and end up in this empty void of a white space except for their house and all of their belongings. Everything seems to work, but everyone's gone. And their hate gets a hold of them. It's kind of like a quirky comedy. It's not the funniest thing I've ever seen, but I just enjoy it. I like its kind-hearted nature and some of the hate that these guys have for the world around them. So if you're looking for something to vicariously unload some of your hatred for the world, the internet, or whatever, this might be a good pick for you. It's become very rare. I found this copy, I think, for $5 on Amazon through a secondary dealer. So you might have trouble finding this one. So if that interests you, that story, and you want to see what the director of Cube did after, I'd highly recommend getting this one. But that's it, guys. That's everything I got for the month of September. A lot of really good stuff in there. I'm very excited to watch. I'll probably never, ever get to watch them all because my piles just keep growing and I have no time to do anything because we got a bunch of new writers on the website and everything like that. And I'm just a glutton for fucking work, apparently. So, but if you guys enjoyed that, let me know which of those picks you think are great picks, which ones you wouldn't have picked up. If you want us to do the Children of the Corn episodes going through the series in the future, if you want us to continue on with Amityville, let us know in the comment sections down below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share with somebody, and always subscribe. We'll be doing a lot more new stuff in the future with storytelling at the end of October, so stick around. Thanks for coming by. We'll see you guys next time, and as always, long live the void.